Hey guys, welcome back to the Hess Project. I'm John Ortolaza, and today I'm going to be doing reviews, a double review, for both Injustice Gods Among Us and Injustice 2. Both of the DC superhero fighting games that came from NetherRealm Studios, the studio behind Mortal Kombat. Let's get into it. Right out of the gate, who doesn't want a game like this? I want a game like this for all of the universes that I'm into. I want a good one from NetherRealm. I think NetherRealm makes some of the best fighting games. Street Fighter is okay. I'm not really a fan of the art style that they like to go for. I'm more of a fan of how Tekken looks and Mortal Kombat. When I heard the guys from Mortal Kombat were going to be developing a DC fighting game, I was pumped. I was like, yo, this is going to be awesome. Can we get a Marvel one as well? Wishful thinking, but one step at a time. Now, I decided to put these two together because I thought, they have unique aspects of the story that each of them tell, and in their own ways, they're really good. But when it comes down to it, gameplay-wise and experience for me, they very much blended well together, and I just don't want to make two videos. The Injustice storyline explores the plot line of what happens if Superman ever turns bad? What happens if one day he just snaps and becomes the dictator of the world, becomes leader, decides to run things his way, and there's nothing we can do about it because no one's prepared for it. Nobody is strong enough to defeat him. And people will probably just blindly follow him because he's Superman and because he did so many heroic things back in the day. They'll be like, oh, this is still the same guy we follow. We might just lean that way. You know damn well that's how the real world works. And that's exactly how it would work if Superman was real and he turned bad. He'd have a whole group of humanity just blindly following him. I got sidetracked a little, but this story picks up with Joker killing Lois Lane, and then Superman getting really pissed off and punches a hole through Joker. He just kills Batman's mortal enemy right in front of Batman, kills Joker like it was nothing, and then thus began the Tyrannious rule. Is that the word? The Tyrannosaurus Rex rule of dictator Superman. Both of these games tell the story in a very cinematic way. I love all of the cutscenes. They're really well put together, and the way they just flow right into all of the fights make it seem more organic rather than it's just two guys coming up to a camera so the camera can follow left and right as they fight in a 2D platform. It's more to that, obviously, and they do a nice job hiding the fact that it's a 2D fighting game like that. This was honestly the first NetherRealm game that I played all the way through. I had never played any of the Mortal Kombat games in previous years. Injustice was the first NetherRealm game that I played from start to finish, and I just like the way that they do their games. I eventually went on to play Mortal Kombat 11, beat that story. It's very similar in the way how things are weaved together and go from the cinematic cutscenes all the way to the gameplay. It's well put together, and it does make the 2D aspect of the fighting seem connected and part of the world, not kind of like a gimmick of, oh, well, here's what the game's actually about, so let's cut to that real quick. No, it's a nice way. They do a nice job putting it all together. Definitely my biggest thing about both the games is the rosters. I really liked the in-depth roster that both games had. They, some of them returned in the next game and some of them didn't. We got some new characters, obviously, in the second game. Captain Cold was one of them. I felt like that was a waste. I know fatalities are something really big in the Mortal Kombat world, and to see those kind of be adopted into superhero finishers was really awesome. To see Batman's using the Batmobile in ways that I've just never imagined him using it. Same way with Superman, just the way he would pummel somebody into space and then back down into Earth. Incredible. Honestly, if I have to be just a little bit nitpicky, in my personal opinion, I just can't get into these games for a long, extensive period of time if I'm not playing with anybody. And I don't generally like to play online with these fighting games because, you know, it doesn't matter what day you get the game, whether it's day 1, day 2, hell, even if you get an early review copy, it doesn't matter. By the time you log into the online leaderboards, there's already 10,000 people that are ranked higher than you, leaps and bounds higher than you, and when you join a session with them, they defeat you in under 5 seconds. It's just reality, and that's why I don't play with that. I'm not going to humiliate myself further by joining an online match with a random person that will ruin me. To add on to why I don't generally like to play these games for a long period of time is because it's just not a game type that I could see myself playing for that long. I get bored really quickly with fighting games like these. I just experience them with the different characters, play with them as much as I can, level them up, especially in Injustice 2, where they introduced a gear set system that allowed you to customize the DC heroes and villains in all different types of variations. I believe color as well, I can't remember, but it was just really fun to see, you know, get like a Destiny-like dome helmet for Flash, because it always looked really dope for the Flash. You knew that. Same with Batman. Batman with a dome helmet, all black and gold. Oh, dude, that was awesome. Probably my favorite thing about these two games, and arguably the best thing about them in general, is the storylines and how good they are. The writing with these are almost at the same level as the Arkham games, in my opinion. I mean, nothing in my opinion is going to touch Arkham City, but I think it's better than Arkham Asylum. It's very self-contained, that game is, and these two games go above and beyond just enough for it to still be something contained and believable. I am really excited to see what they bring with a third installment. I hope that comes soon, like within the next couple years, because I would like to play. I want to see like all obscure characters in there, like maybe Booster Gold, because he's an interesting character. Dr. Fate, no, he was in one of them. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know down below in the comment section, what was your favorite Injustice game? Did you enjoy the first one or the second one? Gameplay-wise, story-wise, tell me down below. Let me know what your favorite part of each game was. Stick around the channel, guys, because there's more to come.